going to happen. So did anyone hear that there's a big storm coming? Okay. So there is a big storm coming. So what they're going to do is they're going to let us out of school early today. Okay. So here's the rest of the schedule. We are going to, because we won't have snack today, we need to do our chapter. So we'll do our chapter right now. We'll have a little bit of vocabulary. I have a new vocabulary game for us to play. We will have writing. I didn't get our writing to Mrs. Sell today. Yesterday, so I'll get it today. Those of you that finished, awesome, you get a new one. Class.
Yes.
You get to actually pick out of a hat what object you get to describe. Those of you that got yours done to Mrs. Sell. Those of you that didn't get it done with Mrs. Sell, you'll have to keep doing that one.
I did it.
Alicia. Okay. I will tell you when we get there, okay? And then after writing, we will have math, but we have to cut math a little short, and then we'll have math, and then it's time to go. So we get blood out at 1:30. What time is 1:30? Does anyone know? Emily G, what's 1:30?
It's kind of like
What's the time at 1:30? Carter. 1:30. So I sent a note to your parents if you're going home later. So I'll be checking my email to see if you have to go home a different way. Okay? Vicki Lynn. So you'll probably just walk to daycare. Okay? The storm hasn't hit yet. They're kind of letting you out early so that you're home or at daycare when the storm hits. Brooklyn.
do we have dinner music?
Was that in our schedule, friends? So after math, we're going to be packing up to go. Sky?
So we're leaving at 1:30. It might be somewhere else at 1:30 or 1:10.
The storm? Yep. So when we leave, it's probably not going to be storming, but we want you to get home safe so that you don't have, like those of you that are on the bus. So when you're on the bus, when the storm comes, you're not on the bus, you're at home. Trey. So we can lay down, but what I did notice when we did lay down, we were like laying underneath the table, we're moving all the time. If you can't lay still, then we won't be able to lay down. Okay? Yes, Sky.
You can also, like, if you're walking to daycare, then if the storm hits and you can't get home. Does this count as under the table?
No, we're not using the green ones because not everyone gets a green one.
You can do your homework at daycare.
Yep. So if you have to walk somewhere, you'll be okay because the storm hasn't hit yet. If you have to walk. Yes, Emily.
Maybe we should pack up early, like right now, like pack like our folder.
No, we don't need to pack yet. Okay?
Still have a
What happened in our last chapter? What did he have? He had an attitude. Who noticed his attitude?
A teacher.
The teachers did. Do teachers like students with attitudes?
No, and they don't like rich people.
No, yeah, he didn't really like those rich people that had a huge house. Well, I
And
don't
also
know.
they especially don't like the rich kids.
Yeah, because they thought they were lazy and spoiled, right? Okay, this one is called Zero Pressure. It says George Washington and Abraham Lincoln stared at Mark from the calendar that was thumbtacked next to the chalkboard. Mark stared back and forced his mind to work. February 27th. It's Friday, February 27th. So that means I've been at this school for exactly 10 days. It feels like 10 years. Mark was having trouble staying awake. He propped up his head and chewed on the end of his pencil. Anything to keep his eyes open. His teacher, was it Miss Longhorn? Was it Mrs. Lego? Was it Miss Courageous? Whatever her name was, Mark thought she was a lousy math teacher. That's very nice. Vicki, can you go to the door, please? What does lousy mean? What's a synonym for lousy? Lazy or not very good? No, I just put that in there. It says, in fact, the moment Mark had walked in the front door of Hardy Elementary School, he decided that the whole school was lousy. Before Monday, February 16th, Mark had never set foot inside of a public school. He had 3rd grade, 4th grade, and 5th grade in Lawton Country Day School in Scarsdale. In 2 years before that, he was in Paris going to school. Before Paris, he was in kindergarten in New York City. Then he was in Santa Fe. He glanced at the fraction problems on the chalkboard and he fought back a yawn. Give me your yawn. I learned all this stuff ages ago. Mark shifted his chair and looked at the window. More snow. Just like us, that's what we're thinking. For the past week, the 2 inches of snow had fallen every day. Snow was like a layer of soundproofing. It made everything quiet, and quiet was something that Mark liked. A stretch and a yawn earned Mark a disapproving scowl from the teacher. What do you think a scowl is? Show me a scowl. Is a scowl. He straightened up his chair, but slumped back down again once she looked away. He thought, at least I get to sit in the back of the room of the school, so I guess that's a good thing about this place. Mark also liked that there were so many kids in every class. Vicki Lynn and Brooklyn, I'm going to have you find a different spot, please. Just so you're ready to listen today. At the country school, Mark's classes had been small, no more than 12 students, sometimes as few as 5. There was never any time to slack off. But here, there were 24 other kids, so there was no pressure. Zero pressure. Scanning the room, Mark looked over his classmates. He stared at the back of their heads and tried to remember some names. But even a clear look at their faces wouldn't help him much. Mark could only recall the name of 2 kids. 2 names in 10 days. That's not very good. But who cares? It's not like anything matters.
Everything pretty much matters.
Oh, when Mark had arrived on his first day of middle school in February, 5th grade, he decided the place didn't need him any more than he needed it. In 4 months, 5th grade would be over and he'd be gone for good. All these kids, would he have a friend? Would he lose one? Would any of them remember him? The way it looked to Mark, most of the kids at his new school had been together since kindergarten. His old school, or Hardy Elementary, was an old school to them, and they were the old kids. And by the middle of February, middle of 5th grade, they had themselves pretty well sorted into pairs and sets of groups of friends. Mark had no place in their universe, so he kept to his own self. Yeah. By the middle of February, in the middle of 5th grade, the old kids at the old school had also gotten themselves sorted out academically, means by their school's grades. They knew who the best students were and which of their friends were going to be in the big, good math group or the low math group. And they also knew which girls and boys would probably make the basketball team or the soccer team, and which one would be the best artist. They knew these things because most of the old kids had been looking after each other and listening to each other for years. They had been studying and watching each other, and the teachers looked and listened too. They had everything figured out. The old kids were looking ahead to 6th grade at the middle school. Big brothers and sisters told them to be who the nice teachers were and also which ones to watch out for. So the old kids had began to talk about the stuff at lunch and recess. Mark had no idea what they were talking about. He was the kid that moved from a large house into another large house in the middle of the year. Mark didn't know anything about the school or the kids in it. He didn't even know the name of his school. What's the name of our school?
Oaks Elementary School.
After a week or two, most of the new kids would have found someone halfway friendly to be their friend. Most kids would have figured out what was going on. But Mark, he didn't. He wasn't like most kids. Not like most kids in Whitson, New Hampshire. That's why the other 5th grades left him pretty much to himself, which seemed to suit Mark just fine. Even Jason Frazier left him alone, and Jason rarely missed a good chance to bully someone. In this case, Jason made a good decision. Mark had taken karate lessons 3 afternoons a week, so he knew how to do self-defense. Jason would have learned quickly that Mark Robert Chemsley was not a boy to be bullied. But Mark also had math and English tutors come to his home 2 afternoons a week. And a month before moving to Whitson, he had taken his private exam. So he had a private school, that means he had school all by himself. He'd done really well, and he got into an academy. He actually went to good schools in America, the kind where the president's kids go to. Nothing but the best for you, Mark. That's what his dad said. A week before the move, his mom said, "Now, Mark, I want you to make the best of these months. This school will be nice for you. You'll get some serious work done. That's what she said, but Mark had learned this. Mark, all you have to do is have a little fun and try to stay out of trouble. So Mark didn't really care what the teachers thought. He didn't really care if they were nice. He didn't care if the kids were smart or were good soccer players. If he found himself starting to care and even starting to wonder what things were like, he told himself, it's not going to matter. But he knew his parents were some rich people in New Hampshire, maybe some of the richest people in the whole country. It was hard. It was something he tried not to think about. Being rich at this school at his old school didn't matter. Mark fit in perfectly. All the other kids were rich kids. Kids at his old school didn't wear clothes from Walmart. In fact, there wasn't even a Walmart by his old school. The kids at his new school didn't have plenty of money, just like he did. And after school, the cars that came to collect the other children were just as expensive. Here, their kids rode the bus, or drove home with their moms and dads in minivans, or pickups, or cars like Jeeps and Toyotas. Mark was the only kid in town who got picked up by a driver in his big Mercedes. And after that, the kids just stared at him. Just stared. Stared at his fancy car. And then Leon went and opened up the door for him. Being from such a rich family didn't make Mark feel like he was any better than the other kids. Not better, but just different. So he kept his distance and he just didn't even want to be by them. He'd be gone in 3 months. It's not like anyone's going to turn into my hometown or anything. Mark knew from the start that this was going to be fast. Apart from their new company over in Lebanon and him and his school, Mark knew there was another major reason his parents had bought the big old house outside of Whitson. It was because his mom liked different places and new projects. At least she liked them for a while. The 3 years in Scarsdale had been the longest time Mark had lived in a home. So how many of you have lived in the same home your whole life? How many have maybe moved houses? Mark, twice? Mark has lived in like 6 homes, and the longest he's been in a house was 3 years. And then he moved. Yeah. Since his parents spent most of their time at meetings or conferences, or at a different house, Mark knew what happened when he would go to boarding school. Once he got settled in, Mark knew that the house and the old barn and the 400 acres in Whitson would stop being home. No one would even call it home. Mom and Dad would start calling it the New Hampshire place. It would become just another place for a while, just like Santa Fe, or Palm Beach, or Paris. As math class ended, the bell rang, and Mark jumped to his seat. The girl next to him giggled, just as she had on Thursday. Mark felt his face getting hot. Why was his face getting hot?
Nervous.
Maybe nervous? 10 days and that harsh metallic ringing startled him. He couldn't get used to it, and he didn't want it to get used to it. He didn't want to get used to anything at the school. The math teacher started scribbling Monday's homework assignment on the chalkboards, and the other kids wrote it down. But not Mark. He pushed his chair back, picked up his backpack, walked out to the noisy hallway. He took a left and headed for Mr. Maxwell's room. One more class and one week over. And there would only be 14 more weeks at this school, then he was done. Yes, Trey? Right, he wasn't boasting about being rich. He didn't really tell the other kids. The next chapter 6 is called Spoiled. Oh, how many of you think Mark's a little spoiled? I would think so. He has all those fancy things. You're right. A Mercedes is really nice. I know. All right, find your ketchup and mustard partner, please. In 5. We're ready for the new vocabulary game, so go back fast. 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. Excellent, Trig and Viculin. All right, we are going to play, it's called Rock, Paper, Scissors Vocabulary. Anybody curious how to play Rock, Paper, Scissors Vocabulary? Oh, mirrors up! Mirrors up! Vowel combination. Vowel combination. 2 vowels. Back to back. sound. Okay? So we're going to play what's called rock, paper, scissors vocabulary. So we're gonna have, you're gonna go on this team, you're gonna go on this team. So you two over there. And yeah, your team's gonna go over there. And Sky, you're gonna come over here. And Emily's gonna go over there. Okay? Stand up, stand up. So you're gonna be in a line, you're gonna be in a line this way. And you're gonna be in a line probably going that way. All of you, get in a line, go straight there. Get in a line, get in a line, get in a line. Okay, so how you play rock, paper, scissors, you have your first two, come over here. Okay, first two. So if you win, you're safe. You get to go over here. If you lose, you have to answer a vocabulary question. If you get it wrong, you're out. We'll play some more. Okay, are you ready? So it goes like this. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Okay, so let's practice. Let's all practice how we're gonna do it. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Okay, so you're safe. Here's your vocabulary word. This is cut into 3 equal pieces.
Equal shares. No.
Is it 3 equal pieces?
No.
Third. So that can be a practice one. Okay, go Colton, we're gonna go fast. So then go to the end of the line. Go to the end of the line. Okay, I'm gonna go fast so everyone's ready. Here we go. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. So you gotta do it at the same time. So you were going faster than him. Here we go. Ready? Rock, same with you. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Go again. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Oh, rock, paper, scissors, shoot. All right, here's your vocabulary word. This is measures time without the hands. Digital clock, so you're safe. Okay, the next two go. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Ooh, here's yours. Yours is 02468.
Carter.
Who lost? 02468.
Eden.
Okay, next ones. Go. I'm going fast. Okay, you have to do it at the same time. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. What is that? Paper? Okay, here's yours. Here's yours. Complain or whine? Complain or whine? Complain or whine, what's that word? Okay, go sit. Who knows what it is? What? Rumble. You need to stand up like the rest of our friends. Okay? Adeline's ready.
Were you picked for those?
Okay, go. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Go. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Ooh, all right, Adeline. Yours is everyone gets the same amount. Everyone gets the same amount. Yeah. Okay, go. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Okay, Brooklyn, yours is when you talk about how they're the same. I'll give you 5, 4, 3, 2. It's not contrast, it is compare. So now, the next time someone gets one wrong, you'll have a chance to get back in. So go back over there. All right, Emily and Vicky Lynn. Go ahead. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. All right, Emily, this is lots of facts. No, is arguments one of our vocabulary words? Do either one of you know? Lots of facts. Emily G. No, do you know? No, is argumentative writing one of our vocabulary words? No, friends, what is lots of facts?
No.
Information. Years up. Information. Lots of facts. Okay, go ahead. Hey, ready, Isaiah? This is 1, 3, 5, 7, 9.
A number.
Yeah, you're still in. All right, Kyle. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Let's all say rock, paper, scissors. Ready? Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Oh. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Oh, good try, Kyle. Good work. This one is cut into 4 equal pieces. 4th, you're still alive. Here we go. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Ooh, Emma, here we go. This is bold print at the top of the page. New chapter or heading.
What if I do like
Bold print at the top of the page. A new chapter or topic.
heading?
Heading. I think I said heading, didn't I?
Nice.
I did. Here we go. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. All right, Trig. This is when you use clues to figure out what the author is saying.
Infer.
Infer. Here we go. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Okay, Isaiah. This is. Okay. This is 60 seconds.
I'm just minute.
Minute. Because they're out. That's why it's different. Here we go. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Ooh. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Okay, Kaya. All right, Sky. This is when you talk about how things are different. Contrast. You guys better be ready because you can get back in. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Okay, Emma. This is at the back of the book when you're trying to figure out what a word means. Glossary. Because remember, friends, it's different. Because they have 3 people out. Ready, go. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. All right, Alicia. This is helps you count by 5s. Yeah, you're still in. Here we go. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Ooh, here we go. This is 30 minutes. 30 minutes.
Oh, half an hour.
We have a couple more. Here we go. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Hey, Carter. This is one word, what the story is all about. Topic, good. Hey, we'll do till Sky. Sky will be my last one. Here we go. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Main idea is a sentence.
I know.
Okay, Emma. This is something you think or feel, and you might disagree. Yeah. Here we go. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Vicky Lynn, you're right here, sweetie. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Okay, Adeline. This is telling something again in your own words. Ooh, you be ready. Not main idea. What is it?
Retail.
Retail. So you get to start on this side. Actually, no, you get to go on this side. You get to go on this side. Hey, here we go. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Okay, Isaiah, last one. This is two vowels back to back work together to make a sound. Vowel combination. Great. Crisscross. What do you think of rock, paper, scissors vocabulary? Pretty fun. It was fun. It was fun. All right. It's writing time. It's writing time. We write our thoughts. We write our thoughts. So I believe I only have 4 of you, or 4 or 5 of you that need to finish with Mrs. Sell. I believe. Raise your hand if you are done with your writing to go to Mrs. Sell. Raise your hand, please. All right, who's my TA, friends? So Vicky Lynn, so if Vicky Lynn, come and hand these ones out. If you have a little sticky note right here, that's for Mrs. Sill to guess. Okay? So after today, we're gonna have to put those in a pile. Okay? And stay at the sweet spot, please, Isaiah. Stay at the sweet spot once you get your journal.
That's Lucas. So there is no Hi, Brooklyn, why you guys
Stay at the sweet spot, please. Alicia, put that on too. Okay? Okay, it has to be on your, is it on your second one? No, I'll put a sticky note on there. All right, class.
Yes.
If you did not get yours, that means that you need to finish yours for Mrs. Self. Some of you haven't even started. Yes.
Do we have to do dancing and all that stuff?
Yes. Yep. Okay. So Kyle, you need to finish yours to do all your markings. Right now, bud, you're gonna have to probably do a lot of redoing because you don't have spaces in there. Okay. Trig, that's okay. Brooklyn, Emily B. So Emily B, you haven't even started on your other one. Okay, you need to think of an object, and Emily G. Vicki Lynn, did you get yours? Vicki Lynn, you haven't started on yours either. So Mrs. Self. All right, my other friends, you get to pick. I know, but my hat got, it's not in here. Sure, go grab your hat. You get to pick, now you can't tell anybody what yours is. But if you're not sure what it says. Hey, how many of you need a sticky note? Okay, I'll get you a sticky note. Are you ready?
I love using my hat.
Okay, so you can't tell anybody what it is. Okay. Here you go. You did?
No, I said bubble wheel.
Okay.
Already did.
Oh, okay, cover it up. So I'm gonna have what you're going to go do is go write your word. Oh, come here. Go write your word on your descriptive writing pre-write one, the one where you fold it and then bring it back to me. Okay, go ahead.
This is going to be a hard one.
I'll bring you your folders. Yep.
Oh, this is easy. Okay, that's hard. Mine is easy. It's really easy.
All right, Emma. Don't
How
look.
do I get to explain?
Isaiah.
I can see part of
Carter.
it.
Go see yours.
I'm going to go somewhere where nobody can see.
Oh, you'll be able to.
Don't get me to the orange here so nobody sees them.
Where do you wear them? Sky? Lucas? Madeline? We'll just know when you'll arrive in church.
Emily B
Okay,
and
so is this the one about your pencil?
Emily B.
You don't need to do that with the
No,
one.
oh yeah, Emily B.
Finish this up.
So whoever doesn't have to, yeah, I guess it's
Class.
Yes.
Writing time has started, please.
What are you doing?
What? I want you to do this one first and you can finish your practice. So do this one and then you always go back to that.
Okay, we use it in math. I use it in math.
No, but these are like the same that you were.
No, we already are finished with that one.
Can you go back? That was the most important. Can you go back? You can do this one too, and you can do this one too.
You said you can't put that anywhere.
It's okay, leave it there. Leave it there. It's on the right page. Okay, now we're gonna do this cell, not mom, okay? What? No, but we're gonna do this one, because everybody did the pencil. Okay, so this one is Mrs. Cell too. It's Mrs. there. We'll give you this. Go on, sweetie. If you don't get yours done today, it won't go to Mrs. Cell, and she'll see that you didn't do yours. Do you need this item need to be capitalized?
Yeah, probably.
Okay, what is it?
Discouraging. Can I like have that in your writing?
This is sure.
Again, are you gonna keep on that?
No question. And you guess my object? It has colossal videos. It is red. Fish. Shahid. Okay, there's some over there. Do you have your object that you're going to describe? Okay, that's good.
Okay. Now I have my light. I'm gonna write my thing.
Easy color. Turn your flavor.
This color. We'll have a word on it. Fish. You think it's a fish?
What?
You know how to do it?
answer, but you've spent all week thinking and you still don't have anything. Do you need help thinking of something to write? Okay, so it says, it looks like in Farina, it is used for hearing. Where do you put them on? You plug them into iPads. Would that be what it looks like or what it does? Is that what it looks like if you plug it into an iPad? Or if you plug it into an iPad, is that what it does? And what it's used for, is it used for an iPad? Yes, so that's going to be right there. Okay, what's your sentence going to be? But you need, but your idea that it's used for an you can plug it into an iPad. Put that on there so you know that you can just have to write it. Okay. So what's your sentence? Alicia? Alicia, hold your pencil the right way. What's your sentence? Hold it up here. So we're going to go back to our desk if you can sit back. Because I wanted us to work together and you're just trying to straight and you can't do it. Right here. Hold your pencil the right way. Friends, you have 2 more minutes left. Okay, it's what? How do you use it on right? It plugs. Hold your pencil the right way. It plugs. Okay, friends, you've got 1 more minute. You've got 1 more minute.
So we should probably be cleaning up by now.
You did that already? Excellent. Color. What do you put it in? Let me eat it. Mrs. L isn't going to get yours today. Yes. Yep. All right, friends, class.
Yes.
Okay. Oh, sorry, Kyla. You have to come tell Miss Bridget that you're ready to go.
Okay.
All right. If yours has a sticky note, I don't want you to put it in your folder. Don't put it in your folder. Put your writing journals on the stage and your folders over here.
We need this though.
Folders, writing journals. Put those in your folder. Writing journal over there. Folder in here.
Start knowing how facts in a flag. I think,
Well, what do you think they feel? They're smooth and slimy.
or you can use it for food.
Put them over there. Yep.
Sometimes you can use it
our right.